Hey everybody, it is Jillian, and yes, I have risen late. Cause yeah, yesterday afternoon, after I was doing all that shopping, I had a complete coughing fit. So anything else that was in the environment I was exposed to had to come out as well. So, it's crazy out there. I tell you what, it's crazy out there. Um, and the thing is that I've strengthened my coughing muscles, and those are in your diaphragm. They're basically in your whole body, and it's also interesting too. Yeah, reading about past people passing away in the truther community. Well, you see how much truth you put out there is really going to do you any good when you're going to pass away from the environment. Okay, the environment. Your environment is fraught with viruses, and they get carried in the wind. They're housed with a bunch of group of people that are breathing. You can't stop a person from breathing. They're passed even person to person. I'm telling you, the this is pretty insane. And so the key thing about JJ is, like, again, it does flex your muscles inside, but it also helps you really get rid of everything that's excess. And so I'm doing this video diary again, just so you guys can be kept up on my condition throughout the process of the COVID. Because here's the thing, they told us a couple months back that it was going to be a really hard spring and summer, like really hard. And I'm like, okay, but then people say, oh yeah, well, it's not as hard. We're going to lift the masks. Evolution, it can happen. It doesn't happen that quickly. When you predict something is going to be difficult, it's going to be difficult. It's not like it's not going to be difficult. You wouldn't say it's going to be difficult unless you knew it was going to be difficult. And so it's interesting how information, I understand evolution, but when information changes to where you're not seeing the severity of the situation and you're being kind of led down like a real weird secure road, like, okay, everything is going to be good now. Oh my God. That's the duality conflicts. That's the Freemason, which they give you a choice. Nothing wrong with them. But that is the duality conflict that can always morph and interchange. Good and evil is all based upon what you depict good and what you depict evil is. Safe or unsafe is all the whole duality. Oh, if you do this, it'll be safe. If you do this, it won't be safe. It's like the duality systems, when you're dealing with perceptions, it's not going to make a damn bit of difference. And so you can't win for losing. Now you have to just be able to do the J juice and dealing with your environment. Because I'm telling you, Ohio, I don't know. I watch everybody else on my Facebook, and I don't see too many people reacting to their environment. I see people dying everywhere. I see people like, oh God, this person passed away, that person passed away. Oh, please have prayers for this person, have prayers for that person. I'm like, holy shit. Are people not just suffering? Now they're just dying? I'm not saying everybody, but is that really, like I said, is that confirmation going to happen? Is that you're not going to hear people suffer too much from COVID? They'll just pass away. All the people that suffered from COVID that actually were able to get those symptoms enough to go to the hospital, they're like the last few. I knew a few in my crowd, and so now is it going to be where it's going to be so like extraordinarily mutated that you won't have the luxury to be exposed to a new virus where you're feeling symptoms like I am, right? You'll just pass away. That's what's freaking insane. And so I'm glad that my husband did the J juice a couple years ago. He did a quart. I'm sure that it may have bought him a couple years. He did feel something back in September, like an aggressive something, and I think that definitely was, his exposure to COVID, though he didn't get tested for it. So I think that he got really introduced to COVID in a big way. And yeah, he feels it in his body, but it doesn't stop him from doing what he does. So I'm kind of glad that, he's doing very minimal, if anything. I mean, he's doing his Bayer or something, or Advil every so often. But that's the extent of it. He doesn't get like I get. He doesn't like get the sniffies. And I always get kind of concerned that he doesn't get the sniffies, because it means that he's holding all this crap inside. It's like, fuck. But whatever. I mean, I'll deal with it. But what I'm saying, for those that are not as strong as my husband and as strong as me, I'm telling you, you need to do the J juice and start strengthening your diaphragm muscles to be able to get everything that's out, so you don't have to either pass away from a heart attack or go on a ventilator. I don't hear about people going to the ventilators that much anymore. I don't see any news reports about people going to the hospital with COVID. Oh, because everyone's vaccinated. And so when people die now, they die of natural causes. They won't say COVID anymore. Now they'll say it's a heart attack or a stroke. It's like, fuck. Maybe they will. I don't know. I haven't seen any news reports. So yeah, last night I felt the hot and the cold again. It's like, fuck. And I had to I'm coughing out a bunch of stuff, and my nose is clear. Everything is clear. I mean, it's just the fact that I have to go through this. But I'm not sick. That's the thing, is I was, I did my shopping yesterday. Yeah, I wore a mask, very light mask out there. Because I know that, I went really early too, really early in the morning. So, because I knew I was a little bit like not feeling great, but I had to get stuff done. Okay. And so that's what all of you guys are going to be faced with, is that you're going to be dealing with evolution, and you got to get stuff done. You got to. And maybe you lessen the communicability if you go really early in the morning, or times where not many people are around. But yeah. So anyways, so when I got home after all that shopping and whatever, then yeah, I just coughing later on in the day, and blowing my nose, coughing, heat rising and falling, head itching. I tell you what, dealing with any kind of variant, whatever it is, if you are weak, it is going to be hell. I would not, hey Shuggy, hi. I would not, curse my worst enemy with any kind of variant that they're not strong enough to fight. And so I could see why they're pushing the vaccines, because yeah, I mean, vaccines may give you a transition. You'll get symptoms, but you won't get as much symptoms, especially if you're weak. And so, but then everybody will be able to handle the vaccine. So, and that's a crapshoot. Can you handle the virus in the environment around a bunch of people, or can you handle the vaccine? Well, they say vaccine is the lesser of the two evils, but what's evil? Evil is the fact that you haven't built your body up to be able to handle any kind of transition to the environment. But humans never have. I mean, when you look at the dinosaurs, they went from being a dinosaur to being this diminutive size. The rise of the mammals, happened when panspermia, the meteorites, came down and then changed the climate, changed the environment. All those little viruses came in and really upgraded the environment. And so the change in the weather, the ice age and all of that, and the cooling of the planet and all of that, it changed a lot of things. And humans I heard humans were around the dinosaur times, but I'm not sure. But humans have been around for millions of years. And so, if humans have been around for that many years, and they're able to adapt, you don't have to die and then reproduce to adapt. You can deal with the changes in the environment and still be able to stay alive and adapt. Yeah, it might be a little painful. It might be coughing some stuff. You might have a little bit of a headache, or you might feel like tired, and you might have all these weird things happen, but you'll survive it. It's not impossible to survive, changes in the environment. And if there's a man-made change, like what's going on now, maybe with all the pollution, all the different, industry and all that, it's a no-brainer. And if they're trying to block out the sun a little bit because we're heading into, the dinosaur days where the planet is a little bit hotter, well, whatever, you'll be able to adapt to it, okay? And so, oh gosh. And so, itchy, 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 itchy. And so, it's not like you can't handle it, but you have to be able to build your body up to it. And so, and you'll still be able to keep your faculties too. You still be able to keep your intellect throughout it. You'll still be able to do what you have to do. You might have to sleep a little bit more. You might have to rest a little bit more, but you should anyways. People are working so hard to have all their little baubles and little stuff that they're working themselves to death so they can gain status, they can maintain their status. And yeah, it's great for 10, 15 years. You're like, queen bee of the South, whatever. And then one day, a variant comes in and kicks your ass. Was it all worth it? Was it all worth it? And so if you could really just get your body to a certain point, where you can handle the environment despite the changes, then you'll be able to get back onto your horse, okay, and ride around and, establish your status all over the place, and you actually would have earned it. It wouldn't be some contrived synthetic status because you were able to capitalize on all the modern conveniences, all the shortcuts. And then one day, and then people, I don't know, they justify it or something. They find a way to sell that lifestyle. So anyways, I don't know. I just know that, oh my God, Ohio, geez, Ohio, so just full of just very strong people. All right, I'm going to go do my thing. I'm going to go drink some coffee. I had no coffee. I just woke up. I'm going to work on my stuff. I'm going to knock out a few more chapters and stuff because I really got to get through this, but I'm not going to get through it I don't want to get through it too fast, but I wanted you guys to see how it is that, what it's like having exposure to a variant, not being vaccinated, not taking medication, on the J juice. I reversed my predispositions, though some of you who just started J juice having predispositions and you've been exposed to a variant, you're going to have some aggressive stuff going on. And doing J juice, yeah, you're going to have some aggressive stuff going on. But you'll know that in the future, when you've healed and sealed, and way down in the future, and there's a new variant and they call it something else, you'll handle it. You'll handle it. And it won't be anything but like coughing up stuff and pooping out stuff. Okay? Have a good day. Bye.